I am actually humbled to introduce her. I think I've met her several times in my office. She's been coming there for an interview. Before I realized she was in France. And the next thing is I was told that she had graced the party of Bill Gates. Me, Charlie, I want to go see Bill Gates. And this young lady is actually the one entertaining, friends and family members and close associates of Bill Gates. And I was proud. The next minute she was on BBC. And I'm like, yeah, that is it. She, in her own way, is raising the flag of Ghana.
Yes.
And I think her peers, I'm sure, by now, she's a role model, a mentor to most of her peers. I am talking about no other person than the young lady who won 2017 Talented Kids on TV3. And the CEO of DJ Switch Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome DJ Switch.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed your lunch.
Yes, we did.
Good afternoon. I'm forward honor and a lot of appreciation to the CEO of Jabba Africa for enlisting me as one of the speakers for this August occasion. What an honor. I am Erica Mobro, who just turned 11, from someone that is in the western region of Ghana. In fact, I am from a nowhere, but with God's divine touch, I've been honored this month. To God be the glory.
Amen.
Thank you. But before I start anything, I humbly request for a volunteer to join me on stage beside my laptop.
If you don't mind, I'll talk a little bit. I'm being unfair. So, the participant.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a young lady there.
Thank you, Auntie. But surprisingly, you won yourself for $1. Auntie, please, is it here? Came into my ear. Thank you. Please, you can hold this. God bless you.
Wow.
Now, could you tell me why you couldn't volunteer? Is it because you didn't hear me, or you are far from where I'm standing? Oh yes, you all have several different reasons. But in all, I know one thing for sure. That is, when God calls you, He does so with a purpose you have no idea about. But wait, what keeps us from the fullness of who we are called to be, and from becoming what God intends us to become? What barrier is preventing you to live your true identity? Michael Jordan once said, obstacles don't have to stop you. When you run into a wall, don't turn around it. Figure out how much you can climb it. Let me tell you this story. I saw myself growing up in the Zongo community.
Wow.
That's normal. Yeah. And I was living with my grandparents because my mom was schooling. After I'm done with my homework after school, you either find me playing football with my senior brother and his friends, racing, sometimes boxing or wrestling at one point. I really like wrestling a lot. You see the boys throwing me here and there, also be throwing some here and there with punches and all that. I like the way Ronnie Rousey took the title from Jax. I like it all. I like wrestling. Yeah. I like wrestling a lot. Yeah, Yeah, so many a time I heard people calling me names like I am a witch, I'm supposed to have been a boy, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Others reporting me to my grandma. When I'm not people in my home, when I'm not people. Nana, no fear from me. Don't you know? I said, near channel. I mean, a whole lot. But I was naive, very young and tender, not knowing God had a purpose for me. Wow. I was so passionate about competing with boys in school, at church, I mean everywhere you hear Erica. Until my DJing story began. This tells that before you can be a great person, you need to develop. How can we? There are so many, like thousands of benefits from that, but I can summarize a few of them. That is, 1, know and understand yourself. The invisible and the visible you. Who are you? What are you made of? And what is your purpose on earth? The invisible you lies much deeper. That can draw all the things to you and the vice versa. That's what we call character. And character is a choice that makes our personality and what you are made of. So you can't blame someone if you have a bad character. Our character affects our work and how we think. So you have to hold yourself responsible when you fail so that you can improve upon your character. 2, commit yourself to develop creativity. You need to bring up your own ideas, how to create your own things so that you can develop. 3, become an expert. Like me. I'm a DJ, yes. And I have my 5 top tips. I remember when BBC came and gave my 5 top tips. Free.
Yes, free on Instagram.
Yes. Free. Yes. Free everywhere. And number 1 is practice. So if you want to be an expert, you need to practice. You need to practice what you want to be so that you can be an expert. 2, I love music a lot. How can you be a DJ if you don't love music? So you need to love what you are doing. Let's say you bake and you don't love baking and you want to be an expert like baking. How? You don't love it, but I want to be an expert. So you need to love what you are doing so that you can be an expert. 3, be serious about whatever you do. Because whatever you do, you need to take it very serious so that when you practice and you love it, you can be an expert. 4, be excited. If you want to be someone great in future and you're not excited, so maybe you become a CEO, you stand here and give a speech while you're not excited. In fact, then how do I expect you to be excited? And the final one is the attitude. The attitude you give when you are doing that thing. Like to get the swag on.
Hey, DJ switch.
Like
your dancing shoe.
yes. I mean, when someone comes to your shop, you be like, please can I buy like 1 cedi bread? You be like, oh, 1 cedi. Should I put margarine in there? That was what attitude. And 4, reward your curiosity. Ask questions and keep asking. Like me, you can ask my mom. Sometimes she feels like slapping you. I like asking a lot of questions. I'll be sitting there, then I'll be like, Mommy, what do you think your body is made of? If I know. So you need to ask more questions and reward your curiosity. It's not that curiosity, but not that one. You need to reward your curiosity when you think like, this thing I've done very, very well. I need to ask a question. Why I think I've done well. And I need to keep asking. And 5, be willing to take risks. My parents took risks to pay for my DJ training. In fact, they never knew the future. But they still took the risk to pay for my DJ training because they want a better future for me. 6, build your confidence like, yeah, I can do it. I must do it. In fact, I have done it.
Yes!
Thank you. Number 7, overcome negative attitudes that block creative, like self-critics. Like you need to overcome certain things that will block your creativity. Like you'll be there and a friend, something that will be telling you, you'll be there, you want to do something, but the thing will be telling you, hey, this one, if you do it, your mom will shout at you. This one, if you do it, they'll beat you. Hey, this one, if you do it, that's why you hurt. Don't listen to those things. You need to do what you believe you can do. Number 8, fight your fear of failure. Follow your instincts. Like how you said, be willing to take risk. If you fight your fear, when you're moving in the darkness, you're not afraid. But if you fought your fear, you know, with the attitude. Because you fought your fear. 9, come up with new ideas. Like you creating creativity, other new things. You don't need to maintain that new thing you created. You need to still come up with new ideas. And 10, know that every problem has a solution. But be sure of the answers to your problem. Because maybe you may have a case with someone that you feel like, the solution is that I need to go and beg for forgiveness. Let someone forgive me and also forgive. Meanwhile, maybe that's not the correct solution. So you must be sure of the answers to your problem. 11. Look for some sources of inspiration and many, many others. Maybe you are sitting here, Mommy Rita is your source of inspiration. You can come to her after this. Mommy, please, I want you to tell me more about this, more about that. So that you can also have the inspiration in you that Mommy Rita is my source of inspiration. So that if I have any problem, she'll be the one I'm going to. There are thousands of benefits of developing our personality. But in the nutshell, it is a crown of success. Parents, ladies and gentlemen, how many groups of my age can you count here? So sad. So sad. We may be young, but we have our own mind. Our voices may be weak and tender, but can bring change and transformation if we are ahead. It is high time, stakeholders, to identify the weakness and strengths in the young generation. Provide resources like needed things to learn what you want to bring out. No kid is unsmart. Every kid is genius. But your job is to identify and motivate it. Because you need to help the kid. And today, we all need to take this home. That is, attract what you are not. Attract what you are not and what you want. Attract what you are and not what you want. If you want to be a great person in the future, then great. Please, can you say this after me? Attract what you want. Attract what you are. Sorry.
Attract what you are.
Attract what you are.
Attract what you are.
And not what you want.
And not what you want.
If you want to be great,
If you want to be great,
be great.
be great.
So please, I want us to take this home like magnets. A magnet has a property in it that it can attract certain metals to it. That's the invisible we are talking about. Here, you're seeing me standing here with this nice flower, nice body, nice dress, nice bangles, but that's not me. It is the invisible me that lies much deeper in me. Because our character may show, if you want to be a CEO, something like this, that, cameraman and all that. And you are supposed to get to work like 6:30. Then you sleep 1 hour till you get to 7:30. You say that, oh, maybe when I go there, forgive me. That's what we call the invisible character. Because you have a bad character in you. And you always need to hold yourself responsible if you have a bad character, so that you can improve upon your character. Thank you.
Some more up. Let's do some more up. Thank you very much, DJ Switch. You know, just some attitude, man. Gotta get some attitude. Without the attitude, yeah, you're gonna do it.
Hi, how are you? Please, I'm fine.
Fine, thank you. I want to ask you, what really gives you that confidence? I watched your interview with Delay on Instagram. She asked you a question and you answered so perfectly. And I was like a little girl of your age. What gave you that confidence to just come out and tell Delay that? Because when you look at other interviews, it's like the people panic. And even the question itself, they don't know what to say. Pacha said, oh dear also. But after giving her the answer, she was just there and was looking at it. We were like, is this Delay? Come on, give us that secret.
That's why I said that we may be young, but we have our own mind. When you have a source of inspiration, that person can inspire you, so that you will get more inspiration words. Someone that can encourage you, motivate you. So if I say I get the motivation from the word of God. That's it.
Wow. Is everyone here?
Hello.
My question goes to Erica's mom. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm always curious about the person behind the curtain of everybody, every successful person. So I want to ask her, what inspired you to really take your baby girls to Talented Kids, to all these shows and all that? What inspired you to do that?
I'm sure many of the colleagues will have criticized. Okay.
Seriously, it's hard. And well, you may not like, I think the answer is short. It's a long story, and I'm waiting to tell it in future. And I know you will love to hear it. And I'll just give you a brief of it. That as parents, as human beings, when we dream, we should take it serious, because it was a revelation that God showed to me. I didn't realize it until it came. So when it came to pass, then the dream repeated itself. And this is what I was talking about. That is the vision of this.
Thank you. We'll do two more. Okay, Auntie again. Back up to you.
Somebody was, I think you commented on attitude. I think I always say that our children are us. Whatever the children are doing, where did they learn it from? From us. So as parents and aspiring parents, don't start attacking your child's attitude. Look at yourself first, so that you can help them out. Whatever you didn't like growing up, make sure you mold your child to be like it. If she has a positive attitude, and anytime I see her on TV or hear her, it's her mom that I praise, because she is the one who had brought that character out. Somewhere else, she would have been told to shut up and keep quiet, and by now she can't even talk. So let's all look at the children's attitude. It may be even your niece or your nephew. They are copying from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to say something about humility. Just something I just noticed when she's been asked by somebody to come in
Stand behind the laptop.
Yes, and the laptop. Looking at maybe the personalities of whom like we are sitting over here, and with that stage of maybe regardless of what maybe she has achieved, it seems like maybe we can't stoop that so low to maybe to come and stand there just to maybe present a laptop to him. Maybe we might see something else, but at the end, when I realized that, like, if only maybe I should have humbled myself and then maybe stood to that, maybe that side, and maybe after putting that one. It's something that I learned about humility.
When Abu was giving his presentation, I think he touched on that briefly.
Yes.
He was talking about the kind of respect you need to give to your bosses, your colleagues, and even those who are perceived to be, below you or perhaps your junior one. So maybe if you had come to $1, me, I wanted to come. So I said $1. Okay, that last one, and then we are done. Last question. If you don't have any, I'll ask your permission to once again put your hands together for. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. I'm sure one day we get to hear of the full story, how she began the whole DJing process and where she's got into and the inspiration. So Pacho, Mom would dinner on that. We want to know.